In a world full of noise, stress, and constant chasing, the teachings of Buddha feel surprisingly modern. More than 2,500 years ago, Buddha spoke about the mind, suffering, peace, and how humans create their own happiness or misery. Today we will explore some powerful quotes of Buddha and understand what they truly mean in our daily lives. These quotes are simple, but their depth can completely change the way we see life, people, and ourselves. Let's begin. Quote 1. The mind is everything. What you think you become. This quote teaches one of the most important truths about human life. Most people think their problems come from the outside world, money, people, society, or bad luck. But Buddha said the real source of our life is our mind. If your mind is filled with negativity, fear, jealousy, and anger, your life will slowly start reflecting those emotions. You will see problems everywhere, and even small issues will feel huge. But if your mind is calm, focused, and positive, you start seeing opportunities, solutions, and peace. Think about modern life. Many people have good jobs, phones, and comfort, yet they feel empty and anxious. Why? Because their mind is restless. Buddha wanted people to understand that the real battle of life is inside the mind. If you learn to control your thoughts, you control your life. So the real question is not what life gives you. The real question is, what are you thinking every day? Because slowly, those thoughts become your reality. Quote 2. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Most people spend their entire lives chasing peace outside themselves. They think peace will come when they get more money, a better relationship, fame, success, or approval from others. But Buddha discovered something different. He realized that external things can never give permanent peace. For example, you buy something new. You feel happy for a few days. You achieve something. The excitement fades. You get attention, but soon you want more. This is the endless cycle of desire. Buddha explained that peace is not something you find in the world. Peace is something you create inside your mind. When you stop fighting reality, stop comparing yourself to others, and accept the present moment, peace appears naturally. In today's social media world, people constantly compare their lives to others. This creates stress and dissatisfaction. But Buddha's message is clear. If you look for peace outside, you will always feel incomplete. But if you learn to quiet your mind, peace is already there. Quote 3. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. This quote perfectly explains how anger destroys us. When someone hurts us, insults us, or betrays us, we hold on to anger. We replay the event in our mind again and again. But Buddha said something powerful. When you stay angry, you are actually harming yourself more than the other person. Your peace disappears, your mind becomes heavy, your happiness fades. The person who hurt you might move on with their life, but you keep carrying the emotional weight. Anger feels powerful in the moment, but in reality, it weakens you. Buddha did not say ignore injustice. What he meant is, do not let anger control your mind. Because when anger controls you, you lose clarity, wisdom, and peace. In modern life, many people are constantly stressed and irritated. Small things trigger big reactions. But Buddha's teaching reminds us, the strongest person is not the one who fights the most. The strongest person is the one who can remain calm even in difficult situations. Quote 4. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. This quote is about kindness and sharing positivity. Many people believe that if they help others, they might lose something: time, energy, opportunities. But Buddha taught the opposite. When you spread kindness, you don't lose anything. Instead, you create more light in the world. Think about it. One kind word can change someone's day. One act of support can give someone hope. One positive action can inspire many people. In today's world, people often focus on competition and personal gain. But Buddha believed that true happiness grows when we uplift others. Helping others does not reduce your success. In fact, it increases the meaning of your life. Because a life that only benefits yourself eventually feels empty. But a life that helps others becomes meaningful and respected. Quote 5. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This is one of Buddha's most important teachings, living in the present. Most people live in two places. Either they are stuck in the past, or they are worried about the future. They think about past mistakes, regrets, and things they cannot change. Or they constantly worry about what might happen tomorrow. But Buddha realized something powerful. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. The only real moment we have is now. Yet most people miss the present moment because their mind is somewhere else. For example, eating while thinking about problems, talking to someone but checking the phone, working but worrying about the future. This creates stress and dissatisfaction, but when you fully focus on the present moment, life becomes clearer and calmer. This is why meditation became an important teaching of Buddha, to train the mind to stay in the present, because real life is happening right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. Quote 6. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Many people believe their biggest enemies are outside, competitors, critics, or people who dislike them. But Buddha taught that the real enemy is uncontrolled thinking. When your mind is full of doubt, fear, jealousy, or self-criticism, it slowly weakens you from the inside. For example, if you constantly think you are not good enough, you stop trying. If you fear failure, you avoid opportunities. If you compare yourself with everyone, you lose confidence. These thoughts silently shape your life. Buddha emphasized awareness of the mind, observing your thoughts instead of blindly believing them. Because once you become aware of your thinking patterns, you can change them. And when your thoughts change, your life direction changes. Quote 7. Health is the greatest gift, contentment, the greatest wealth, faithfulness, the best relationship. Modern society often measures success through money, status, and power. But Buddha had a very different definition of wealth. He said real wealth is contentment, the ability to feel satisfied with what you have. Many rich people still feel unhappy because their desires never end. Buddha believed happiness is not about having more, it's about wanting less. When you reduce unnecessary desires, your mind becomes lighter and more peaceful. Also, Buddha highlighted the importance of health and trust in relationships. Without health, wealth loses its value. Without trust, relationships lose their meaning. This teaching reminds us to rethink what success really means, because many people reach their goals but still feel empty. Buddha wanted people to build a life that is peaceful, meaningful, and balanced. The teachings of Buddha are timeless because they focus on something universal, the human mind. Even today, thousands of years later, people are still struggling with the same things: stress, anger, comparison, fear, and endless desires. But Buddha's wisdom offers a different path, a path of awareness, a path of balance, a path of inner peace. If there is one thing to remember from Buddha's teachings, it is this: your life changes when your mind changes, not when the world changes. So maybe the real journey of life is not about conquering the world, but understanding yourself.